Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are continuing on with our aesthetics transformation. Man, that is a tongue twister that no matter how many tongue twisters I do, does not come out right. We got Paul. Not Paul, we got Clifford, the big red dragon. Not so red anymore, but he is still a pretty big dragon. To the east, we do have Paul, the Dune Worm, who is conquering up some stuff. Today's focus, I'm all over the place this morning. We've got Pirate Coves. We've got more Pirate Coves. We've got, I think, a Forsaken Cove up here. We have another Pirate Cove over here. I got to deal with the pirates. We're getting attacked constantly by NPCs right now. We have locked down our little corner of the map down here. The Panini Press, the Oven, Skillet, and Harperton, which obviously needs a good name, chat. I need some sort of bread toasting pun here. And we've managed to pick up a Moscatorium as well as a Vassal. Blint on our north, who I've recently discovered, I didn't know this before, but this is Fableheim's character, who's another incredible YouTube Age of Wonder creator. If you don't know him, definitely go check him out. He's wonderful. We've talked a bit in the past, and he is just an absolute delight. Apparently this is a character he's run through like every single campaign in the game. So I honestly, he's been wanting to be friends with us the whole game. I might try to be friends with him and see how it goes before Total War breaks out. We have a lot on our east. We've been at war with Morena. Paul is over here and also doesn't like us, but Paul is about to wipe out Morena, and then we are probably next on the docket. So the goal is to wipe out these Pirate Coves before that happens so we can get prepped for fighting him. It's turn 60. We ended on an intern. Let's keep cooking. We do got to get 3 more wars with major justifications in order to trigger the desolations of war, our vision of ruin. And we have patched the game. It's been about a week since we played, and they just dropped a patch yesterday. So things like Astral Barons glitching out and permanently existing in our terrain doesn't happen anymore. That's it. These will heal. Or, well, no, they won't heal, but in a new game, they won't happen. We're being attacked with a scout. That's fine. Goodbye, scout. Ariel-Lazaliar, the Vainglorious, is also at war with us here. We were just kind of sneaking through their territory. Just doing some scouting. Which, honestly, I'm not too worried about. We'll probably hit a point where we hit, we have like an insane amount of magic in this campaign. I feel like. Yeah, we do, because we don't have any upkeep. So when the secret vendor shows up, we're just going to be able to buy the full map. I'm not in any rush to do it beforehand. Everything we're doing is very like piecemeal, piece by piece. We've got a Blessed Soul. We're up to our next tome, tier 3. Which is going to be the Tome of Cleansing Flame. And the Tome of the Warlord? I think that's right. Trying to remember my build without alt tabbing. I know the Tome of Cleansing Flame is in here because I want to pick up Pyre Templars. This also gets us Pyre Shrine, which does allow all units produced in the city to gain Faithful, which is really, really good for us. So I think let's start with that. Next town, the Rice Cooker. The Dutch Oven. Ooh, I gotta go with Dutch Oven. Because you don't make toast in a rice cooker, though it's a very good name. Dutch Oven's also funny. You appear to be coming down here. I'll let you keep going. We got a scout going that way too. Oh no, this guy doesn't know where he's going. I'm trying to remember what all of our little secondary armies here were doing. Let's wipe out this stack. I gotta remember we are also on a Cataclysm map. An Aspirant Knight. Ooh, excellent. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna drop off one of these zealots and take that Aspirant Knight. That's a good deal. Now, I gotta get rid of these guys before I can start repairing down here. Have we unlocked the ability to swim? No. No, of course we haven't. We also haven't unlocked this Temple of the Godor. Confess your sins and gravitas. I am... None are free of sin, but I aim to be better. I'm actually just going to leave. A, I'm not really strong enough to take on this temple yet. B, I'm pretty sure if you hit very good, that temple is an instant win, and you don't actually need to fight anybody in it. And I want to say this guy was coming down here to defend the Panini Press. No, I'm not certain that's the case. So, a pyre shrine in our capital would be really, really good. I think let's just set that guy up right away. And with this kind of money still coming in, honey, we have a lot of draft. We also have a boosted town hall here, so you know what? Holding on to a bit of cash wouldn't hurt us. We'll try to buy the cheaper stuff where we can here. Kronos is leveled up. This guy is all about the charge. I am actually just going to grab him second wind, because who doesn't want second wind? You want peace. You'd give me money for it. I'm gonna take this because I believe they're gonna get wiped out in 2 turns, and I'd rather the free money. You've denounced me. That's not good. You have a bounty for this Forsaken Cove. Blint, I'll take that, dude. And you know what? Because I really don't want to be at war with you, I'm going to give you that wizard's bond you've been asking for. Those guys broke their defensive pact. Those guys forged an alliance. And this city just declared war on me. That's fine. They did take my city underneath here, Morn, as well, but... I was hoping to get some more pieces out of this, but... This province is being pillaged, and... It does appear we have invisible infestations still. This has become a vassal. Good. I am going to say that large monster den right there is what you guys want to probably try to kill. 28 knowledge for 56 bucks. It's a pretty good deal, but I don't think I'm going to buy that right now. We kind of need the cash. How's the game going? So far, so good. We've got a decent run started, though this build is very slow starting. Most of our stuff does not really pick up until we get some books underneath us, get some XP underneath us, so we can start leveling up our guys. The aesthetics is really all about how many ranks we can get on our units, so... I'm realizing I wiped this guy out. I still got to wipe out that guy as well. So many armies around. Loving to go medieval agents, stuck in a wondrous ages with angelic dragon twins. Dude, going medieval was so fun. Highly recommend for anybody. Those videos are going to be coming out on YouTube like next week. But we played a basically going medieval for the last week, and that game was great. A surprise absolute hook. Divine Absolution. A merchant from the Itzamores, widely known for its depraved feast, has come before you pleading for absolution. Do not look with wrath upon this poor sinner, O big red dragon, the man begs, his voice thick with fear. For too long I've ignored the divine bidding of thy faith. Now a dark curse has befallen me. Even my own health is dwindling, draining any strength I have left. Name any offering or service I can give to save me and my family from this curse. Your money, your knowledge, or an order boon. I'm going to take that order boon. I think that's going to be the best deal. this guy has declared rivalry on me. Zeroth Nox. You got a bounty for this Pirate Cove. I'll accept that. Because I am working on that. Isabella the Wall has leveled up. Let's give you adaptive armor right now. You truly are a wall. This is a boss-looking character, man. And we got all sorts of stuff all over the place. I do need to get that Grand Estate because I can't get knights without that. So I think that's got to be top pick. You can grab a market, 56 bucks, but 5 turns. And you can go Town Hall level 2, seeing as that's boosted. So we're going to pick up swimming. Everybody's going to jump in the lake for a moment. Wipe out these dweebs. Some reinforced mail and some shielding armor. I gotta be honest, I can't remember what our characters have equipped. Apparently, nothing. Shielded charge cloak, reinforced mail, bolstered resistance. I'm gonna go with the reinforced mail here. And then... Ooh. You can actually hit these guys as well. Now, I might lose a knight. I did not. A signet of escaping. Let's go. You have slip away. You have nothing. Vicious killer and slip away? Why not? Oh my god, can I repair all this stuff? Yes, except I don't have the money. Do we have anybody in prison? In the crypt? You're in Itamore. Level 5. Level 5. Level 6. You belong to my vassal. I'll sell your remains. Need to get like these quarries back up and running, especially. Conduit I don't really need, but I guess I'll allow it for now. Oh, dude, there's Arcanium ore here, but I can't get it because this area is glitched out. That sucks. How big are you? 425 and you're 1,000? Yeah, whatever. I'll allow it. All I wanted was some XP, Papa. You've leveled up. Grace, and then you're going to get Defensive Master next. You got a level of Renown. Oh, well, that was good. We got Major Ambition on you as well now. So there are worse things. I'm going to cast Fanatical Workforce on this city. Sugar. Oh, yeah, they updated the way the Cataclysm events work now as well with this patch. But I did just trigger a Cataclysm, which does mean everybody's mad at me again. Yeah. Which makes getting my Justified Wars a lot harder to do, but... Can we expect a return to going medieval soon? Quite possibly. I talked about doing a Viking city, and I do like that idea. Going for the military victory and doing Viking stuff. But it might have to be like mid-April. It depends. We got a lot of games starting to come out. I got to take a week off to go on a little visit to some family. And then when we come back, there's a bunch of new games. So it depends. I really like going medieval, though. I had a lot of fun. Union busted us, took away our ability to strike. No more shooting lightning at me all the time. Love how I managed to get quests for 2 bounties, but they're the 2 bounties that, like, I'm not immediately doing. I would like that money, honey. Mostly, I just want to be done with these pirates. Done with the constant attacks. I'm trying to think whether or not we get any land transformation spells. And I don't think we do. I got a funny feeling we don't. All right, you guys healed up a lot. And this is actually not too bad a fight. Nice. Blightbringer of Resurrection. Ooh, very good staff. Mask of Precision, okay. Fix up that fish farm. And I believe we are fully repaired up here now. Excellent. So there's another pirate cove there. This one keeps attacking us as well. I think we're going to go by land. As it seems the safest. This guy lost a knight, so I'm just going to build a new one. That knight will have faithful now. I can let this guy sleep. You built a citadel and also have grown. When this city shares a border with the throne city, or is the throne city, 20 food, 10 gold, 10 steady stability. I mean, it is the throne city. Royal Smith here is also really good. 20 draft. Oh, sorry, this is Skillet. Yeah, okay, let's get you the retainer's estate then. You have also grown. There is some nice stuff over there I want, but probably I should just keep cutting off Blint as much as I can. Do you scale off of nearby? Counts as a quarry per adjacent province improvement, so it doesn't really matter what I put in there. We'll go for the Dredger Quarry. Sorry, Blinty baby. You got a Town Hall Castle. Grab that Pearl Mine. Where did this guy come from? Was he there blowing up that mine the whole time? Gosh, dang it. Lose 10% gold income, gain double that as food and production. 10% is only 5, so that's like 10 food, 10 production. Honestly, I'd kind of rather a granary or something for that right now. Shipyard would also be pretty strong down here. Nothing I have in this area is boosted, which I'm not in love with the concept. Alter the Forlorn scales off of production per research post. Oh, I can actually restore you to a secret temple. Knowledge per research post and an extra 10 mana. 600 mana. I can do this because we have order affinity. Secret temple. Cool. I have never repaired a wonder before, so that's very, very fun. Zanukius, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Honestly, I think I'm just going to slap a granary down here. We're not going to get 2 foresters anytime soon. The oven is ready to annex more stuff. I need it to touch this city. I suppose it could go like here. How are there trees here? Oh, there are. Chasm, -5. Well, I can't say I love that. Lava, -15. Well, I can't say I love that either. There's infestations down here, but there's so bad. This whole underground is just like nothing but infestations. There is also this, which would let us touch Sublime. I don't know if that means that city would get a boost. That's a good question. I know this guy would get a boost if we could touch him, so I think I am just going to bite the bullet here. I'm going to put another forester in. That'll boost stuff like the estate halls, so that's 3 foresters in that city. And then this guy can just grow up 1 in that direction next time. The Whispering Waters is no longer under siege, nor is it captured. They managed to fight off that siege. Wow. I thought they were done for. What do we have? Gold wyverns. I do want these young golden dragons. They're 250 bucks a piece, though. If I break apart, that's 30% accuracy. If I get a ranger, like that's exactly what I want on them. This is really good. If we have a backliner, the executioner is really good for church characters. I mean, that's a tier 4 cloak. Also really good on a mage. I need 25 binding fragments to get a proper dragon claw. But all of these items are kind of good, so I don't think I'm going to hit any of them. I only have a training regiment in the oven, but you know, I think that's okay. Scout's picking up money for us. Do dragons rank up in tier? Yeah, dragons get experience. Where is my dragon? This guy. So when they hit, they start as young golden dragons, but when they hit tier 5, they become golden dragons. So they go from a tier 3 unit to a tier 5 mythic unit. And then they continue to level up from there. And they are good. Yeah, yeah. They're also very expensive. Their upkeep is crazy high. But if I can put a dragon into every army, so like all of my hero-based armies could have 1 dragon in them, and all my dragon armies could just have the dragon that's in them, then I end up in a really good position. So I guess there is an infestation here. I just can't see it. Again, there was a patch that did change some of this stuff, but I don't know whether or not perhaps it doesn't affect existing games. Wow, those knights really like dying. So Turns remaining infinite. Turns remaining 17. Turns remaining 18. Go here. We'll take this one out first, because I want to daisy chain that one into the Forsaken Cove. Going to my allies' territory to heal here. Yeah, right. You should also get a retainer's estate. You can be rebuilt. Friendship ended. No. Friendship declared. What? Lady, we were just beefing. Invisible infestation. I might have to do something about that. I might have to do something about that sooner than later. Also, 2 knowledge per quarry is pretty good. I don't need a Blessed Soul right now, but I wouldn't mind queuing one up as reinforcements. Also, if they only cost mana upkeep, I could have a lot of them. I'm not really making 400 gold a turn right now, am I? If I am, I gotta make more armies. I gotta make a lot more armies if I'm making 400 gold a turn right now. I mean, we're spending a lot on city buildings. Understandably. But that's a lot of money. I do wonder if those fractured infestations keep invading this and I wipe them out, will they reset this terrain? Because the terrain's not resetting right now. But with the new patch stuff, it might. It's a question. Pyre Templar. You're a unit enchantment. You're a unit enchantment. You're a unit enchantment. Shuffle. You're a unit enchantment. You are a buff debuff. Well, I guess I'm going to take you then. Bam. 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 What's under here? 2 fleeting infestations. Great. Yeah, I am making for a 400 gold turn. Did you already get a guild? Merchant's Guild, right, because we have all the mines here. Okay. Well, I mean, food is food. One paladin, 2 pyre templars, a chaplain, a longbow, and a knight. How about 1 paladin, 1 pyre templar, a chaplain, a longbow, and knight, and then no matter who the hero is, it's a flex slot. Or it's a dragon. Shop of Secrets. Told you I'd get the whole world map. Boom. Problem solved. Now I don't need scouts. Let's poke our nose down.
Huh?
7 and 5. That's 12? Okay. We could build up a little second army to deal with that. We got a rivalry with Arachnia. We got bonded vassalage with this dweeb. We got grievances with Blint. All right. Okay. So everybody hates us except for Morena currently. These guys are sending an infestation at us, which is fine. We've discovered the Giant's Bane Fields, the Horde of the Fallen, Ancient Draconic Frenzy. All dragon units get Frenzy until the end of combat. Cities within 3 provinces to this landmark unlock recruitment of tier 4 and 5 dragon units. Oh, Blint really doesn't have a lot of space. This vampire guy is actually a bigger problem than I thought. This dude is definitely going to be a bigger problem, especially if he owns all of those vassals. Oh yeah, that vampire guy's big trouble. The seat above all. Interesting. Interesting. Doctor, hello. Aaron, good morning. The aesthetics are indeed aesthetic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Daenerys losing her dragons. Can I turn that guy on auto scout? No. So goodbye, scouts. I need you not anymore. Now we can actually see where these pyrocoves are too. So I'm hoping they separate enough that we can just smash these guys in like a 1-2 move on the same turn, get rid of this pyrocove, and then move on with our lives. Probably take out that as well to get the fishing grounds. Should probably take out both those octopus armies. I do feel like fighting at sea has become more and more difficult to do. Though not so much that why is this a 1v1? Okay. Sure. Of course, they were like, you want your aspirant knight to die, right? Did that guy really just walk through the volcano? He did too. God damn it. Does this remove 1 negative status effect? It does. What a waste. They have a spellcaster who does have Star Purge, so I definitely don't want to move forward. You've got Leap. No, I have long shot. I do have spells now too. For the Monarch, 1 defense, 1 resistance, 10 damage, 10 morale. For 2 turns. Divine Beacon. That would be pretty good. This has 3 fortune, which is not bad. Commander's Call, I think, got buffed? No, lieutenants got a really big buff in this patch, though. I think I'm going to take off Inspiring Chant. %100% chance of backfiring. Snowstorm becomes active until the end of battle. Yeah, Lieutenant's got a major buff in this patch. Basically across the board. Which is exciting. Oh! You have Dragon Breath. Boom. Now you're all bleeding. I am going to lose my charge, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't realize they were architects. Champion of Perseverance. Is that you? Divine Beacon heals. What is Champion of Perseverance? Force status resistance to adjacent friendly units. Cool. That's a nice one. I feel like that's a pretty good shot. 50%, that hero's down. You can Star Purge everybody right now, which I don't like. So I have a couple of options on how I could do this. One is charge you. You have a pike, which means you're going to do a lot of damage if I don't deal with you. You don't have killing momentum, though. Do you end in defensive mode? You do. You know what? Probably let's not cast spells. We got enough issues going on here without causing more cataclysms. He moved. That was stupid. Dude, these artifacts are even better than they used to be. They are really flimsy, though. I think they might have reduced their HP. Let's have you go here. And then you can take the flanker. I feel like I can move you up. Double shoot that. Correct. That means I can safely charge in with you. We'll go that way so that there's no flanking shenanigans happening. And then actually you can get a kill on him. So why don't you just take that? And I think we'll go there. We can sunder you and then attack you. You're still in range of the Divine Beacon as well, so you'll heal. Oh, unless the Divine Beacon is out of juice. At which point, you're gonna get slapped around. Though that ain't too major. Nice. Good critical hit there. Let's just longbow them. What are you in defensive mode? We'll go that way, and then charge 3. And then charge 4. And then charge 5. And then charge 6. And then charge 7. And then charge 8. And then charge 9. And then charge 10. And then charge 11. And then charge 12. And then charge 13. And then charge 14. And then charge 15. And then charge 16. And then charge 17. And then charge 18. And then charge 19. And then charge 20. And then charge 21. And then charge 22. And then charge 23. And then charge 24. And then charge 25. And then charge 26. And then charge 27. And then charge 28. And then charge 29. And then charge 30. And then charge 31. And then charge 32. And then charge 33. And then charge 34. And then charge 35. And then charge 36. And then charge 37. And then charge 38. And then charge 39. And then charge 40. And then charge 41. And then charge 42. And then charge 43. And then charge 44. And then charge 45. And then charge 46. And then charge 47. And then charge 48. And then charge 49. And then charge 50. And then charge 51. And then charge 52. And then charge 53. And then charge 54. And then charge 55. And then charge Max charge. Good damn. I still don't understand why that was a 1v1. Because, like, they were on land. They landed and then attacked me. Oh, I'm in the city walls. I actually perfectly understand why that was a 1v1. I'm an idiot. Idiot. This is all tier 2. I'm going to disenchant that. Yes, sirree. That makes perfect sense. Unfortunately. All right, well, let's just take that. Guys, why? Why do the knights have to die every time? You're elite, you're only level 3. Whatever. Whatever. There's a tier 3 item I can disenchant. An Umbral Juggernaut mount and resistance boots. I don't think we have any boots, so... Well, you have boots, but you don't. 1 resistance, 2 spirit, 2 fire. Pretty good for the wall. I could give you an Umbral Juggernaut, but it really would not make sense. And that is a completed bounty now as well, so we get our bounty booty. You're going to need a knight. Thankfully, you can get one right away. You're going to need another knight for that next army. You can start marching down there. We're naming Isabella the Wall into Isagrilla the Wall. I'll allow it. These two, I'm actually going to just sit back here for right now. Because if they're in that city, at least they're getting XP. Which, speaking of, I might as well put you in the city and you in the city, and you can both get XP as well. Alice in Wonderbread gets Undying Warrior. You're going to become Isagrilla the Wall. Collected. Alliance. Pillage. Occur. I got the money here. So we have a knight coming in. A paladin. A longbow and a chaplain. Right? And then we also have a dragon coming in. We're going to get good armies. Our base armies right now are tier 3. Now, do they have any unit enhancements on them? No. Is that a pain? Absolutely. But they do get lots of extra damage as they rank up. And the weakest unit does get like 40 XP a turn. As long as I can keep building armies and just like letting them sit in towns to level up, that's got to be the key. I basically have to keep myself at 100 gold. Because it's not that I need a lot of armies running, but it's I need backup armies that take time to level. Because until we level, they're not very good. A little bit of the balance. Yeah, I will say, I think I still like simultaneous turns. I thought with the combat changes, things would be a little bit faster. With the movement changes, I thought that turns would be a little bit faster, but they're not really. I think I'd rather the weird lag at the end of my turn. Or in the middle of my turn. So... I guess a Wizard's Tower Apex. You're coming down to join them. If I build that, you're connected, which gives you a boost to, I think, a bunch of stuff. Now, I made you a forester. Flame Herald's consecration added to all battles in this domain. All burning ground becomes cleansing flames. Slain enemies create cleansing flames. All right, I'll tell you what. We're just going to go with the shipyard right now. That's boosted. You guys are going to go here, here, and here. Take out them. Tier 2, tier 2. I'm going to disenchant all that. While I remember, let's also make some Dragon Claws. So we have an Armored Claw on Clifford. They've also changed this. So shields now require an ability infusion. But Shield Wall is like a natural ability infusion for them. I guess Radiant damage is what we're going. And I kind of just want to say Retaliator 60. We could also go damage reflection. Greater bleed. We don't have any greater shields. I don't know what's better. I guess what's good about damage reflection is it also works on ranged attacks. And we're going to call this the Too Hot to Touch. Because that's the whole idea, right? Like, Clifford is meant to just sit there and get... He's meant to tank. He is a big battle tank. Alright, you're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're not in range. Alright, we'll wait a turn. I have a lot of money, so I'm just going to boost an army once a turn here as well. You made a granary, you made a paladin. You can keep annexing, and I feel like there's a million research posts down here. There totally is. So I think we're going to... nautical research posts. Scholarly governor. Yeah. Rocky Water Coast, Mangrove Forest. I could put a Mangrove Forester down there as well. Dredger Quarries. Nautical Research Post. Nautical Research Post. So what do you currently have? You have 3 farms. 0 foresters. You require 2 quarries for a Masonic Hall. Your production really sucks. So a Masonic Hall would be really good. That could be a quarry. I feel like there's a lot of things. Like units get +2 ranks upon the Rally of Lieges. I'm going to grab that right away. We also need to grant mines, grant mana. I guess that's not as important because we don't really need mana. But +2 to the Rally of Lieges means that this dragon that's going to come in, unfortunately has already come in, but would start at Veteran, which is pretty big. Chrono, you're a charge guy. Enter defensive mode, or displaces the target, 90% chance of stun. So under defense, weakened, distracted, taunted. I'm going to go replace, displace and replace. Broken defensive pact, wars, bounties, pillage. Now that's something these homies can go deal with. No spells. Awesome. I got free lieutenant out of it. So they'll build up good enough that they can hunt fractured infestations, which is also going to be really good for XP farming. And honestly, I might be able to get them to clear out like a bronze, the Pit of Pain there. Oh, Oven Mittens. Oven Mittens would have been a good name for that as well. We're gonna have to make a Dragon Claw for Isabella, for Chronosits as well. Ah, this guy just declared war on me. There's a problem. If everybody declares war on me, I can't declare wars on them. Which means I can't hit my major justifications. This is tricky. I don't know why he declared on me. He must have gotten called into war. Is this Marina's capital? No, that's the spice factory. The 4 wars with major justification is very hard to do. Especially on a Cataclysm map. Yeah, I called the war. Also, because I caused the Cataclysm. Minor race, unit adjustments. Temple of the Pyre is a temple, so we might as well get that. Unjust. Very unjust. Very unjust. Very unjust. Minor. I don't have to build anything this turn. Get rid of that zealot. Take your longbow. Fight this octopus. Okay, come to town. Take your guns to town, son. We're definitely going to want teleporters in this campaign. I can already feel it. There's so many infestations. Okay. Guess we'll just keep going that way. Is it Grill of the Wall? Pure defense or damage deflection? stunned. Always in the defensive mode or charge resistance. Ooh, that is a great question for you. Currently, you just disrupted against all enemies. I feel like that's the better option. Because you also have this sword does, adjacent allies get honor guard, yeah. Okay, well now we definitely have to go underneath there. Definitely gotta go underneath there. We still got to deal with that Pirate Cove. We got 13 turns on that Pirate Cove. Maybe I could take those guys up to do it. Oh, I feel like they'd have a better time against the fleeting infestations. So funny that I pick a rivalry with Paul. He's the only one who's not, like, upset at me. Oh, I guess he's not upset at me because I just paid off all of his grievances, though, so... There's another round of Cataclysms. We're up to 11. So there's the city ruins there. Where's the other part? Oh, the top right corner of the map. Literally as far away as I could possibly get to get that other artifact. And then there's one underground, I think pretty close by. Gee whiz, that's a lot. Here? Yeah. So 2 artifacts are close, but then one is super duper far. And a Celestial Beam of Light. King Alfred Hitchcluck wants to join us. This is 3 Pantheon heroes that have attempted to join us. Actually, I think it's 4 and we turned one away. They must have really increased the likelihood of this happening. You also really fit my build is the funny part. Like, we also have Lysor the Purifier here. Oh, man. Alfred Hitchcluck actually very much fits my build. Wow. Apparently, I have a great set of order heroes. Vassals give 10% more resources in tribute. That'd be nice. Special provinces grant 5 gold. That would also be nice. Instantly gain 20 allegiance with all free cities. Teleporters. Let's just grab teleporters. So this, 830. This is like a base army that we can swap out any character for. It does require rally lieges for that dragon, but everybody else here is very, very, very purchasable. A Circle of Zealotry would go well for us, because it would give us more draft. So I'm going to do that. Deuce to Chaplain. You made a shrine. Let's give you a Masonic Hall. You made a library. Let's give you... Fishmonger? I guess. Okay, you guys have an infestation coming up here. Let's kill him. And then we'll go below ground. And we'll kill that. No spells. Oh, Wand of Domination. Okay. And then we'll kill that one. And we'll hope that that'll do. The cluck part reminds me of Chicken, so he already has a great name. Yeah, he was... We did a all flyers campaign. And this was back before, obviously, all the movement changes that they've recently done. But we only used characters who were flying. So, like, we took bird mounts. And we used all... I think he was high culture, I want to say. And we only used transformations that had mounted units, so that we were all flying units, and it was cracked. We couldn't win a single auto combat, but every time we manual combat, we took basically 0 damage. It was an extremely, extremely broken build. Because he would just fly over the enemy and then just hit them in the back. How long has this forester been in ruins? Oh, right. Fractured infestations. Yeah. Busted infestations. Yeah, see, like, this should have also reset the Secret Temple. So it does look like that this campaign, despite patching, does still have this broken issue with the land changes. It's kind of unfortunate, but... You know, we started it on the original patch. So that's life. Oh, at least this infestation is showing now. Who knows? Maybe it will fix over time. Are we an order amplifier lens, or are we a chaos amplifier lens? Deals 10 spirit damage, removes all positive status effects from their targets. I think we're a chaos amplifier lens, but I'm going to be honest, we only have one spell right now, and it's Condemn. It's not really worth building one of these yet. It is worth building a teleporter, though. Don't want to get rid of a gold mine. I don't want to get rid of that because it's scaling off the farmstead. So I guess this quarry makes the most sense. Get rid of these dweebs. What do we pick up here? An Itzamore Aspirant Knights. I don't know, maybe. How about I just park you in town right now? Actually, I guess it makes more sense to park you in that town. Are you serious? Are you serious with me right now, Bridgedale? Oh no, that's not Bridgedale. That is me. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Bridgedale. I really came at you way too aggressively there. It was uncalled for. I'm gonna do this. It's crazy, but I want that Ruins Peak, so we're gonna move there next. That's not 800 versus 700. Goddamn Aspirant Knights. Ooh, Yaka's Fury. So this is a tier 4 special battle axe, grants immunity to burning, and then does 3 tile fire damage. Yaka's Fury. Sets affected tiles on fire. Affects targets in a 3 hex line for 50% effectiveness. So it does, like, line attack, I guess? Another one of these aspirant knights. Crocodile knights. Okay. You're fine. You guys are fine. You're ready to keep annexing stuff. I'm going to give you just this quarry right now, I think. Well, I don't know. Are these... Fish farms. Fish farms. Fishing grounds. Fish farms. Fish farms. So this actually has something special in it. So I don't have a lot of this boosted right now. I only have one farm. I only have... Whoa, I don't even have one quarry here. Yeah, look, I'm gonna grab the quarry right now. I'm gonna need to slap a teleporter there as well, so. You've leveled up. You get always end your turn in defensive mode. This means with fervorous discipline, you always generate 3 fervor per turn. Which means every turn, you have a 15 temporary HP heal for free. Minimum. You've also picked up the Too Hot to Touch, which is going to boost you from 10, 8, 21 damage to 28 damage. Plus shield wall, plus damage reflection. Well, that's very nice. That'll be a boon. This said that I unlocked something, but I don't see anything. Maybe it was Forced March? You're not to be trusted. A rivalry was ended with Arachna. Lint has crossed you. And you like me. Moderate justification. Who else? Did I form a declaration of friendship with you? I did. If I can pay off Blint, I'll get a positive war declaration there. Which I think I might just take. You know what else I think I might just do? Is summon this Blessed Soul. 100% chance of backfiring. Oh, 20% knowledge reduction for 3 turns. Good grief. I mostly just wanted to see... Yeah, you are only mana upkeep. So Blessed Souls are actually pretty damn good for us. Celestial, Ethereal. They get Faithful. They get Career Soldiers. Beacon of Hope, Archon Smite, and Melee Strike. Yeah, Archon Strike is really nice as well because we have Condemn, so you could always cast Condemn and then Archon Smite them. You're just a little extra touch. They're my replacement in case my paladins get killed. At least that's the intention for them. Never leave an AI to do a person's job. I'm winning anyways. Well, I like to think a little bit, you know, if we're lucky. I still do have a plan of building my 3 expansion buildings like here. Which I'm realizing this guy's got to move up and take some of this territory away from the oven. But that's okay. Oh, this cleared out. Not only did this clear out, this became desert instead of ashlands. That's convenient. I guess when fractured infestations go, they leave desert in their wake. Wow, that really makes desert adaptation extra powerful on these maps. You are being attacked by Marauder guards. It's fine. We just got that unit to spawn. It's not one I care for. I do care for this Ruin's Peak. I do think you need a Aspirant Knight to take it. So we'll build prison cells. Teleporter's ready to go. So I mean, they can both go up here. I might as well leave them in town. Kill that army because it's going to come after me. I don't think I need to clear off that. Let's move everybody else back up here. It's a ruined farm. I would like this Rallying Throne. All provinces adjacent gain 2 Imperium. We have room for another hero, so we could pick up Lyjor the Purifier, or we could pick up Alfred Hitchcluck. Obviously, like, I have a bunch of items for a Ranger. But if I take Lyjor, I'd get Thralls, which would allow me to get casting points. Is that a good thing? Not really on a Cataclysm map. Bridgedale is maxed out. Integrated, defeated. Let's give Sublime a Whispering Stone. You're unhappy with me. What do we have? Oh, we have a Wizard's Bond. I guess. Yeah, there's a couple wonders around here that I should really be taking. The Pit of Pain, the Temple of the Goadeer, the Altar of the Forlorn, Ruin's Peak. I don't think I can get to the Spirit Sap Smithy. But we'll keep wandering. Desert Adaptation, Dune Snake Origin. Sounds good. That is what Paul the Dune Worm is, actually. He is Desert Adaptation Spirit Snake. He was a failed campaign also. We couldn't get a win with him. He got absolutely destroyed, if I remember correctly. Stakeholders demand higher profits. As a result, any non-essential human element is going to be replaced by AI. Adapted to desert is a very tasty trait, yeah. I mean, you can also just, like, get it by taking the Tome of the Sandwalker. Now, it also, you know, that stacks with desert adaptations, so desert farms are extra, extra good. But, you know, really, it always depends on what map you get. I'd like to do a campaign like Chronosits again. Chronosits was an all-random campaign. But I would like to do a campaign that's just, like, no plan. Like, adapt to whatever terrain we have. Make our build on the fly. I think would probably be interesting. You can now be integrated. Create new bounties. Isabella the Wall is now ruling a city with 16 population, so adjacent friendly units gain 1 defense and 1 resistance. Tier 3. Yeah, and I gotta take one of them. We have a lot of stuff to build. So I'm going to build a mana obelisk just because. You're going to build. Based on that instability, why don't we go with the bathhouse? What do you not have boosted? 3 foresters. 3 foresters. 2 quarries. 2 quarries. So a quarry would go a long way for you. Oh yeah, look at that production. It's terrible. A quarry would go a really long way for you. Let's do that. Probably should have done ocean. Given that you were... Well, actually, you're a scholarly governor. Did we put a nautical governor in here? Do we have a nautical governor? We don't, actually. So that's okay. This is the hodgepodge army. Now, I've got enough to pay off some grievances. I would have to spend so much money paying those off. Look at this, man. Tier 1 units, tier 2 units, we just recruit for free. Like 0 turns. I produce enough draft. 96 draft. We produce 216 draft a turn. I feel like most of these other guys should also be... All the tier 3 stuff, this should also be 0 turns. If I'm making 196 draft. Okay. Where are you going? 1,000 points. Why don't I have you come down here to the pit of pain? The pit of pain. And you can clear that out. I guess you're going to build a shrine. These 3 chunguses. We have that Pirate Cove and we have that Forsaken Cove. We got to do both. You also need something? Unfortunately, I'm out of money, dudes. Too busy paying off Blint to get a major war justification. Going in with plans here? Do I look like the type of guy who's got a plan? Normally, I do, actually, yeah. I normally have my full build sorted out right away. With like minor adjustments that we might take along the path, but I generally do pretty well at sticking to it. Because I know at certain levels I want to unlock certain units so that they fill in certain gaps in my armies or they replace. Like a lot of the times I'll do something like... Oh, I have tier 1 shield units. Well, if I can get a tier 3 shield unit, then I can phase out those units once we unlock tier 3 buildings. Like, I kind of always have a, like, beginning, middle, and end for my unit builds. For my army builds. Which helps make sense to me, so. You do have a plan? Good plans, though? What is the saying? You know, we make plans and God laughs. Or I guess the gods laugh. Plans never work too long. Are you on a fractured point? Ooh. I can fix that gold vein. We should do that. Now that this land has healed. To celebrate your alliance, Sublime has invited you and a guest to a gala. We can get production, we can get money, we can get Imperium, we can get knowledge. Let's take Imperium. We're gonna fix up that gold vein. Yeah, really unfortunate that I cannot repair this Arcanium ore, because I don't think we have access to that. No, we don't. Her recruitment is 25% cheaper. Now, thankfully, because we have blood glass, we have the fill. Marked for Cataclysm. At the start of combat in the city domain, enemy units suffer condemn. That's pretty good. Unit enhancement, summon angel. We're going to take summon angel. Summon vigil. That is the only battle mage unit that we have, so... let's just slap Temple of the Pyre in here for now. You, sir, you're going to grab a tavern, because your morale is really low. You have 1,000 points. You're a defender. You're both defenders. I'm wondering about just switching this knight out for like the dragon or the Pyre Templar. $500. Never mind. Just auto combat. Oh, what a surprise. My aspirin knight died. Shocked. In the dim light of the pit of the pain, it reveals that the cave floor is now thoroughly flooded with the blood of the battle slain. Citizens from all over the realm gather here to worship the pain together. Isagrilla pursues the elaborate toolkit of the Painbringer and finds her tools of torment. She wonders if she could truly ever understand what conviction drove these ritualists. You will gain Tools of Torment, Tier 3 Whip. Isabella gets pain-bound. When this unit is hit by an attack, it gains 2 morale and a random positive status effect. Order boon or a unit enhancement. I'm going to take pain-bound on Isagrilla. Because, like, her job is to get hit by things. She is a super tank. So if she gets buffed now whenever she gets hit, that is pretty goddamn nice. Alright, back in town, everybody. Go get your XP. These 3 dummies. I'm gonna go up here. How many turns do we have left on this? 8 turns. 300 gold. Yeah, it would be nice, but we might still be able to. I might just like sail straight up and do that. Skillet is ready to keep annexing. Now, you seem to be at a maximum capacity. You are missing a second forester. So why don't I take this and that you also steal the Blossom Orchard? Feel like that's reasonable. Verluca, welcome. I still haven't put another character here. Wow, the low graphic setting is really going wonky. You're Ascended Pyre Bearer. Right, because you're the Phoenix King. So you have Resurgence. Gaia's Chosen. Plant type. And super growth. Lysor, you took Ascended Wildfire. Alright, we're going to take you, bud. So, yeah, I actually don't need that knight if that's the case. Skillet needs something built, so... Railsmith does add city stability. But a teleporter would be really nice up here. I'm going to build this there because actually we have so much research coming in from the lower cities. Putting it in this place is good. You're a prospecting governor. That's not a good choice. You are a tier 4 prospecting governor. That'd actually be really good in my capital city. Then again, Each mine grants 5 gold on a dragon governor as well. 10% more gold. 10% more gold. Oh. A dragon governor is just the exact same as a prospecting governor? 5 gold, 5 city stability, 2 gold, 10% gold income. That's kind of lame. I thought they were slightly better. Huh. Special improvements cost less gold and less production to build. Special improvements grant city stability. Each population grants 2 mana and 2 knowledge. Alright, I'm going to put Lajor in charge of this place then. And then I'm going to cancel that teleporter, and then I'm going to build it again because it'll be cheaper now. It also builds a turn faster. Blint says, stop this treachery or there will be consequences. We have got to buy out Blint and go to war with him. We also have to make sure not to trigger this damn Cataclysm again. If we're lucky, Paul will trigger it. And we can get a war deck on him. That's the dream. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Yeah. Claim Mike Tyson said that. Don't know boxing enough to say he didn't. I think that was him. Binding fragments. Well, there's the Cataclysm. Maybe on the vampire's turn. On one of their turns. Man, these fractured infestations. You know what reminds me of fractured infestations? Regenerating infestations. It's basically the same trait. And now I want to play on a map that has regenerating infestations and fractured infestations. But the only way I would do that is if I was playing that, like, Vigilante Knights Peace Oathbringers. I think I'd go insane otherwise. You're being pillaged by a very tiny army. Well, good news. I have a very not so tiny army ready to come down and kick you in the butt. No, my exalted zealot. How did you even die? But also, I don't really care. Alright, those guys are all going to stay put. You dweebs. Bump, bump, bump. Get this loot. Dismiss. Is that wanted domination? Yikes. That was a lot more than I expected, and they're going to sail out and attack me. I guess you got hit by a Cataclysm. You got hit by a Cataclysm. I forgot that Cataclysms just ruin things. That's probably how all these random ruins are happening. Enthrall population. You gain 3 thralls. Target owned or vassal city loses a pop. If used on a vassal, lose 200 relation. How many thralls do I need for the Pit of Pain? It just says if thralls are available. Alright. Ooh, mirror mimics. And watchers. I do want more young golden dragons. So I'm gonna summon one of them. One more turn, I can get another knowledge buff. What is a Cataclysm? Basically, this map has fractured cataclysms, so every time somebody casts a spell, the cataclysm meter increases. At level 10, it's currently level 11. At level 10, there is a 100% chance that when a spell is cast, it backfires, which has a positive or negative status effect. More often negative, though there is certain things you can do so that it's always positive, such as getting a bunch of artifacts. Does the transformation work with evolving or transforming units? Do they get the bonuses twice? It does work. They do not get the bonuses twice. In fact, the bonuses reset after they evolve, which is kind of dumb. But they generally get... Well, they don't quite get the same... Basically, an example for this is Longbowmen. So Longbowmen evolve from... I think they're just called archers. And... when they evolve into, so when they hit like tier 5, they go from archers to longbowmen, and they have the exact same damage because of the bonuses from the transformation aesthetic as they did as like a tier 5 unit. So their damage stays the same, but they get long shot, and their HP, I think that their HP actually dropped by like 10. But now that this has like got a few more levels on it, the damage has gone up a bunch as well, right? Because you have to remember, like at Legend, you get 10% damage, so. And also because the champion, the Eagle Eye champion, gives you +1 range. When they level up, Longbowmen have 1 additional range normally, so when they level up, they still have the same range because of the thing, but then once they hit champion again, then the Longbowmen have extra range. It's kind of a roundabout way, but... it do work. And they start getting really strong after that point. I'm realizing, I guess, like the dragons we have won't have the aesthetic transformations. Which means... unit enhancements would work. They just wouldn't work on our units. But I think... well, somebody's turn is causing a lot of lag here. Here we go. Sworn Guard, dismiss. Bloodseeker of the Demolisher. Attacks and debuffs ignore status resistance per stack of bleeding on the target. Oh, I guess I'll give that to you. Oh, you can have hats? Accuracy hat? Ooh, you can have the shielding charge cloak. Ooh. Yeah, sorry, I need to look at transformation aesthetic for a second. I thought they took like a morale penalty if I applied any kind of unit enhancements, but maybe I'm wrong. Cannot have unit enhancements, cannot have a non-racial transformation. Non-hero units get maximum HP and damage. Hero units get HP and damage per signature skill. Right, so they get +4 damage. I did not mean to click that. That's stupid. Yeah, so he'll get +4 damage and plus like 20 HP once he gets all of that. Well, I guess let's give you Brutal Parry. God damn, I can't believe I just ran you all the way down there. And that fight is actually too much for just the two of them to take. So, sure, I guess I'll move all those guys down. We'll go on a little detour. How do you feel about taking Rune's Peak on? Longbowmen with a bunch of traps. Longbowmen against Paladins. That should be a win for us. I might have to fight this one. I'll take Run. Thinking of escaping at a unicorn mount. Wrath and mutiny. After dealing with the den of bandits, Isagrilla can search the ruins and is quickly joined by the former bandit leader. They were decent cronies while it lasted. Anyway, here's the stash, some fine loot, even a heavy wind collar. The name's Ica the Sculptor, by the way, should our paths cross again. Get a morale boost, get 300 gold, get her as a leader. Definitely don't need that. Order boon for 6 turns. You will be tried for your crimes and these stolen goods confiscated. $34 stability for 6 turns. 320 gold. I'm gonna go with the order boon. 25 gold per turn for 6 turns. Well, it's not just about gold. I'll also get draft production, everything else. Is it a perfect system? No. Will it work? I guess. Wait, I really don't want to spend all my money, considering how many things I need to buy off. Let's get a granary on you. You're getting a tavern. You're getting a bathhouse. You actually have some growth. I said you needed to take this. So I'm going to let you do that. That'll give the oven something it can build next turn. All of these are 250 a pop. There's some Vigil. Aha, and our next tome as well. Was thinking about trying an evolution build with that trade, hoping it double dipped. Yeah, sadly it doesn't. That's kind of what this build is. We haven't quite taken Tome of Amplification, but the problem is as well is like the Tome of Evolution. Sorry, I meant the spell in Tome of Evolution that gives you bonus XP per turn is a unit enhancement, so it doesn't work with Transformation Aesthetic. But there are other things that you can do to get it. For example, the Tome of the, not Warlord, but Tome of the Lieutenant. What is it called? My tomes. Tome of the Warband. Mentorship here does give 40 XP per turn to like your lowest level hero, so that this does help you out. So that's kind of, I feel like, it. You could take this build also has adaptable in it, and we're also taking Vision of Ruin gives you XP per turn as well eventually. Now I want to say it was Tome of the Warlord we were taking, but I gotta be honest, I might have to go take a look. Conqueror's Edict, Summon Warlord, Gladiatorial Pit, Warforge. I gotta check my build. I gotta check my build. It's been a week. Tome of the Warlord. Okay. That should also give us 6 Chaos Affinity now. During the Third Age. So that's no good.
They remain
These are
warriors and tacticians.
They've also changed how the war golems work now. This no longer has piercing, but this does.
The very best in the
breaching.
But today,
we're gonna grab warlords though. So you guys have this. So why don't we all? I guess I'm gonna need to take out this infestation. We'll let the gang just hang out there and heal. Oh, who are you? Defender. Well, why not? You're a free unit. We got Temple of the Pyre. We got level ups on Isagrilla, including her special. We'll grab Weakening Strike here. We'll grab Adaptive Order gives her Keeper's Mark. Yeah. Because she's got Zeal, right? So we'll take Zeal and Faithful. Collecting lots of remains. The Seer leaves in 5 turns. We should be able to buy another 1,000 knowledge. This is like 3.5 turns. Yeah, that just cut a lot off that Warlord. You have Flourishing Vassalage. You're getting absolutely pounded right now. Fractured Infestation 17. How about just go for that close one? Oh, man. What do you have? 1, 2, 3 Fractured Infestations killing you right now? I really don't like how Vassals can't seem to fight these guys. I just said unit has drowned. How the hell does a unit drown in this game? Hi, Mona. How you doing? Good morning. Criminal trial with Meta as the named defendant reached verdict yesterday in New Mexico. Ooh. What do your Pantheon leaders start showing up in hero recruitment? It is seemingly random. They will join your recruitment if they are aligned with who you are. So, for example, we have a lot of Order characters. Chronosits, Alfred Hitchcock, Lyzor, they were all Order characters that we played with before. So they're all showing up in the Pantheon because we've gone so heavily into Order. So it does seem like the game now gives you Pantheon leaders in the past that align with the way that you are building, instead of just random. So you don't always get like a Necromancer Dragon join your squad. Order Tome that gives you a spell that ranks up a unit in a team, but due to your world settings, it would just backfire. True. You're not wrong. And we might actually be getting that spell. Or we could probably get it after Tome 5. Hey, Momo. Found guilty of hiding information that they had about child exploitation. Not a surprise. Meta's a pretty garbage company. You do have to set your Pantheon heroes to show up as heroes, though. You can choose heroes or leaders. Or both. And it will determine whether or not they show up on your maps. So that's kind of an important part of it. Mona's so happy to get petted. Yeah. She just woke up from a big nap. I don't know where she was, but it was obviously next to a heater. Because she's also very warm, which is super nice. Well, my knight ran again. At least the knight is retreating. I get thralls just from winning. What is going on here, dudes? He just sent 2 armies of 3 strength at me. So I think, you know how I said like the movement changes made it so that they don't split their armies anymore? It does seem like they still do that. It feels like they maybe do it less. But it does still seem like they're doing that. Per available ore, magic material in your empire gain gold and draft counts as a mine. Counts as a mine, you say? Projected income 70 draft. I'll put that there. Let's grab that loot. We'll fight this octopus. Yes, I will keep that Kraken spawn. And I will keep that because Kraken spawn at level 10 become Krakens. Ooh, Rapid Evolution enchantment. Blight Blades and Scorpion Venom Blades. Okay. You got a banner, man. So what does this look like? 1,500. I would not say no to a heal before we took this fight. But you know what? I'm also sick of this Pyrocode. Let's just take it. We finally got a knight, and it died immediately. Did I just say panty on heroes? I don't think so. Did I? I don't feel like I did. Yeah, look at this. Puppy dog knights. Oh, they look awesome. I'm very pleased with that. He is elite as well. So he's doing a lot of damage on a charge. Or I guess it's theoretically doing a lot of damage on a charge. It does require him to actually be in there to do that. I'm going to heal that knight because I don't want to lose him. And you're going to roar. This paladin has certainly seen better days. How far up can you get? You can get pretty far up. I think I'm going to do this. Oh, man, your breath is very not good. All right, I'll just do that instead. Resisted domination. Damn it. I screwed that up. I should have waited until everybody else showed up, because then they all would have gotten affected by shield wall. Also, burning condemned. Okay, no. I tell you what, you could cast Second Wind, and you could just charge this lone archer. 64 damage. Let's do that. You're an aspirant knight. You're a dragon. You're an archer. You're another paladin, so you could come up here and lay on hands him. And then we have a zealot leading up the back. I'm okay with that. Whoa! What did you just hit me with? Longbow? Longbow. Clearly, I misjudged some of my stuff here. Defender with phase. Oh, you're on a unicorn mount. Well, that's convenient. Well, let's tail sweep these guys. Get rid of all their charge attacks. What's your breath attack look like? Your breath attack actually heals people because you're a golden dragon. So I'm going to do that. That is primo. No. I was going to discern weakness, but the 3 attacks there is worth more value to me. We'll smite him. These guys have Helm Splitter. Which means if we don't kill them, which we didn't, is this what happens? Is that why you die? You're gonna get him, cancel that retaliation so that you can move and kill him so that he doesn't Helm Split me. You're gonna attack him. You took 80 damage from that longbow. I would love to know the math on that. Because that does not check out. You have Berserker Rage. Alright, so they got Steadfast triggered. The reasonable thing for me to do here is not that. Whirlwind Strike. Actually, that doesn't do that much damage. Let us think on it. You could actually get up there, but you could also just get up there. In fact, you could get there, which would allow you on that archer, which do be a much larger threat. 34 damage or 33 on the smite. We'll just go 34. I'm going to open up your flank poorly there, but I'm a bit worried about you getting killed. But I think we're okay. Lots of berserks. My dragon is in not good shape here. Knight's getting donked. Paladin's getting donked. That's nice. Knight's getting donked. Ooh, that's close. You are going to use second wind. And we're going to get you out of there. Alright. That guy was actually stunned. I didn't really need to do that, but... C'est la vie. You got 90%. You got a 90%. You can get it on him. I should have attacked you with that knight first, but I guess I can do the spin and win. You have another second wind here, but I don't think you can reach anybody. Demon Step can't be used while in a transport. That's a flank. I'm going to longbow you, because then I can smite you for a kill. Longbow you. Move here. And attack you. Means they're all vulnerable. He now dies on a counter. Puts you in defensive mode. Sadly, you don't really have a spot there. Routing. Routing. I think that's it. Well, that's much better than just like needlessly losing people. Disenchant that armor. Keep those. What are your boots? Your boots of fortune. Ring of the Killer. Your resistant boots. Padded greaves is probably better for you. You can't wear boots, but you can take a signet of escaping. And it's also occurred to me, currently I have a retaliating flame heart, but you could use Yaka's Fury. It would do, for some reason, 1 less fire damage. It would lose Magic Origin Slayer, but it would pick up Yaka's Fury and also make you immune to burning. I think Yaka's Fury also means like the 50% effectiveness means it hits 3 units in a row for like the damage. It's also a really big axe. So I'm willing to give it a shot. It's always fun to try. You guys could really use a heal down here, so I'll let you just heal away. You're out of movement, I guess. Yeah. Dragon. Fire Templar. You made a tavern. Lots of stuff here I want to make. I tell you, I'd prefer to make something that costs less than 44 bucks right now, though. So I'm going to put in archer battlements for our longbowmen. And then I'm going to go to Blinn. And I'm going to start settling grievances. I have to wait a turn. If I fabricate a grievance against Paul, I could start a justified nor as normal, or, hear me out, gain 20 grievances against players with opposing alignments. That's Arachna, that's not Paul, that is you, that is... Actually, most people on this map are good. "30 grievances against all other empires will be nice. Destined Conquerors. Recruiting units costs minus 50% gold, so this means I could get dragons for 125 gold instead of 250. That's pretty good. I'm only 4 turns off of getting knightly orders. Which would give our paladins gains and grants to adjacent allies defense mode. This unit gains and grants to adjacent allies. Gains and grants what? Shield unit gets shield wall. So I think there's +3 defense. I think it just turns all my shield units into shield walls. My polearm units would get 60% chance of inflicting decaying. So that's my Pyre Templars. My knights would get 30% chance of inflicting stunned. My archers, 40% damage against large targets. That's very good. My support guys, +2 bolstered resistance. We don't really have any skirmishers. We don't really have any battle mages. Mythic units, this would be dragons. They get strengthened and regeneration on kill. Well, that'll be fun. So that's 4 turns away. So that's 200 Imperium away. I'll take Justified Wars. So, I mean, you're up here. And you're up here. I'm trying to think, like, who's most likely to end up at war with. Your Cataclysms cost 280. Maybe I should just fabricate a grievance. I kind of got to take whatever I can here to get that, so. Okay, so this guy put in here. We got there, and then let's talk about also adding in just like a teleporter in this area. So I think I better just put in a quarry for now. Chronos is leveled up. 2 times thunder defense, 2 times weakened. Taunt. Retaliation attack. I guess I'll go weakening charge. Then you've collected a bunch of stuff. We got a little bit of money left over. Sweet Jiminy Crickets. Big fights. Big slow fights. Forsaken Cove has 5 turns. Maybe if I beeline directly to it. It's possible. I wouldn't put a lot of cash on it, though. Also, like, I don't know, man. That Forsaken Cove, it's all up in Blint's grill. It's not up in my grill at all. It's messing with all of his terrain and none of mine. So maybe I actually just leave that alone. I don't think it's ever attacked me. I could go grab all those silver wonders instead. Dragon Claws do magic damage. Tail does physical. Is that true? That would kind of make sense. Farmers from the Dutch Oven request to speak to you. They want to aid us in our war against Zereth Nox. Growth blocked, but we get draft. City stability. Lose city stability, but gain a free pop. Or gain a Liege Guard. But lose 172 gold. I'll get the free pop, because then I can get that bit of pain. And with that bit of pain, I need 1 more Thrall Sacrifice, and I can make that. Let's put a Grand Wharf in here, because then I can start building a Seafarer's Guild. Yeah, production, food, gold, and draft per water tile. There's 10 water tiles. This little octopus, I'd like you to go get that gold. Boom, 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 boom. You guys are going to want to heal before that, but we'll just move you up here for now. Bop, bop, bop. Take on this. Take it home. That's fine. It's a summon unit. A breastplate of the champion? Hell yeah. Okay. I'll take that on literally any character. I'm actually going to put that on probably you. Because that's 20% extra damage on your weapon. Ooh, that's huge. 28, 17, 5. 33, 26. That's a lot of damage. You got a bathhouse. You built a granary up in the skillet. We'll go with the Royal Smith because it gives cities stability. You got archers. I put that quarry there to build the teleporter. And I think that's still a good idea. No lightning strikes today. Libby, hello. How we doing? Don't worry. We'll get our lightning strikes back eventually. Half pint, good morning. Melee base. Melee. Regular dragons. Not magic. No, no. Dragon claws do melee damage. Physical damage. Like they count for defense versus resistance. Okay, just relaxing today. Nice. Love a good relaxed day. Little reset. Right, I guess the reason I wanted this was it was 300 gold. And I was trying to make friends. But not for much longer. So it seems like I could get a major war justification on Paul, and I could probably get... If I keep buying Blint out, I could get a major war justification against him. That's 3 of 4 wars. I think I'm going to aim for war with Blint with this army in the north. Leave the Forsaken Cove and just go for them. We'll take priority buying them off and getting rid of it. For the greater good. Tempted to kill you yesterday. Listen, every now and then someone's got to chuck down some lightning strikes. I will do it again, though. I'm sorry, but also I will do it again. Do not tempt me. We have 10 thralls, so let's thrall sacrifice into the pit of pain. Plus 10 world map casting points. You're going to grab this treasure. You homies can go here and heal. You homies can go up here. You can pick up this Ruins Peak. 20 extra draft and another 5 Imperium. Plus 2 knowledge per quarry in the city domain. Yes, sir. What do you got here? You got a Pyre Templar and a Dragon. Warlords. Don't think I can do anything else if I want to settle a grievance. Moderate. That's weird. I fabricated a grievance against him. And instead of I'm getting a grievance, he got a grievance. Oh, maybe he was just one step ahead of me. He pre-grieved my grieves. I don't know what to do with this Kraken and this Banner Man. Honestly, I don't really think anything. I think I'm just going to perk it up here and let it grow. That's a unit enhancement. That's a unit enhancement. That's a minor race transformation. I have no gold ancient wonders, so let's shuffle. That's a city structure. I'll take that. I should really start locking things in, because I know like summon War Golem is something I can use. This will save me in the long run. Now, you can't go that way. You can't go this way. The only thing I can really do here is absorb Mosaicatorium's territory. Or start pillaging Blint's territory. That's Rainbow Clover. That's a gold vein. You need 3 quarries. You need 3 foresters. There's a path through this mountain to Old Nest. Uh-oh, Blint and Paul are friends. Arachna rivals us. Blint and Paul being friends is not ideal. I'm gonna prep some angels. Expect nothing less. Regular dragons had it that way. Devs change it, so no fun. Dragon rulers are on their own. Can't wait for the spell blade rework. Devs want to make it a magic fighter. That'll be good. I mean, right now heroes are not affected by the unit changes. With things like magic fighter, like all the hero types are still just kind of heroes. I guess technically it's like they're kind of like mythics. But they are really their own different things, so. Skillet really needs a teleporter up here. Oh, I have one. Never mind. So I have 3 teleporters active. Okay. We can make work with that. I love this little island with a transmutation circle on it. It looks really cool. I approve of that vibe. That passes the vibe check. So I do have some little armies up here. We can deal with these guys while we try to get down Blint's grievances. And we've cleared out all the major threats. So we're going to have an army up here to fight Blint and an army on the other side to fight Paul. I am a hero short, but we got dragons, so I'm not worried about it. And I guess for whatever reason, we're just using all of our Pantheon heroes in this campaign. I don't really mind. Considering I kind of feel like transformation aesthetics is like playing with a handicap. Honestly. Feels a bit like playing with a handicap. Are you guys healed? No, you're healed-ish. You gain a Dragoon of the Venerable Watchers. Resistant defensive tactics? That's not good for a Dragoon. Just take the good alignment. Sorry, Chrono. Grab that loot. Wipe out this squad. And I'll tell you what, we'll take a heal. And then we can wipe him out next. Oh, you got a bunch of bad characters in here, but you're still like something. Settle grievances. Now I have to wait 2 more turns. Oh, okay. Well, settle that grievance then. Catapult towers. You guys are going to wait, wait, and wait. Let's grab some stone walls up here. For the absolute least, it means I can start moving like units up there to hold out. Panini press. Probably don't want to go underground with you yet. You got fish farms. You got mangrove foresters. What do you guys need? Foresters. You only have 1 farm. Yeah, I mean, you need a lot of stuff. I'll give you a farm for now, let you grow more. Summon Vigil is ready. So you got, we're also going to queue up a Blessed Soul. Mystic Soul Seer is going to leave. My treaty is broken with Blint. Morena likes us. That works okay. I don't mind that. Morena liking us is good because it means that we could betray her down the road. She might be my 4th major justification. I also think she only has like 1 city. Does appear to be the case. It's very confusing because Vainglorious here is like kind of the same color. I do still have an option to get that 300 gold. There's another Cataclysm. Who caused it? Vainglorious, I think. All right, well, we had a goal of cleaning up all these NPC infestations, and we did manage to get that done. Now we're a few turns out, not many, to paying off these grievances and going to war. The thing is once we hit Desolations of War, I believe everybody declares war on everybody permanently. I'm not 100% sure because I've never done this before. But I think it is something along those lines. And that's fun. And that's a good thing. So, secret chapter parts. Clear out this. Dire Penguin. Maybe. They can live with the Kraken? I'd have to do the Forsaken Cove now. This event is already running. So my Fabricated Grievance with Paul should be next turn. I don't think I'm going to wipe out this Forsaken Cove. I wouldn't mind picking up this Rallying Throne, though. But right now, I'm just going to sit in town, get the turn of XP. I really like this change, where you can just sit in towns and farm XP, also. Like, it gives me a reason to build stone walls when normally I'm just like, well, I'm attacking all the time. Why would I do that? I'll grab a fishmonger here. Production in the Panini Press. Let's grab the Town Hall Citadel there, you know. That obviously got spiked with the Cataclysm. 3 turns and we can pick up nightly orders. Vainglorious wants truths. And I am going to give it to him. Because it gives me better justification when I go back to them again. You guys are maxed out on stones. That's pretty nice. How are all my cities? You're happy, you're happy, you're happy. You're not really happy. So let's just toss a Whispering Stone in here. Supreme Vassalage. Cataclysm has struck. We got 400 bones. Who would be... do that. At least start working on those justifications. And I mean, if I got a little bit of money, well, I don't have enough to recruit anybody good, so we have 25 here. Tools of Torment we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. I don't think I'm going to use Frost Wyvern. I have 2 unicorns. That's pretty funny. That's 75. Honestly, if I have a Retaliating Flameheart and the Executioner, and I have another tier 4 weapon, I can get rid of the Executioner, which brings us up to 100, which means I can get Chronosits, a proper Dragon Claw. We'll give him this red one. Radiant damage. He is all about charging. Which normally means that, like, critical hit chance is really strong on him. We could just call it the Rip and Tear. The Oven... What was the other one? Oven Mitts? You know what? Actually, I guess it's more fitting. We'll give them the Oven Mitts. Oven Mittens are being made. Oven Mittens? All right, Oven Mittens. We'll queue them up. We also have like 1,800 just like regular crafting ingredients. So we could probably start making some basic wands or, like, you know, the item that gives XP per turn. There's really no reason I shouldn't have been crafting that from a long time ago and putting that on everybody we could. So I think let's do that. But we're at turn 80 and I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. So we'll cut this video here and we'll continue on with the next 20 or so turns in the next one. Come back then. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.